understand something about the space that you create for yourself in the spiritual world. You have to create certain ambience within your life. In the beginning, you have the ambience of the unknown, how these new practices, how this new way of thinking will affect me, how this is changing me, and have an ambience of hope that perhaps is alleviating your pain, perhaps is contributing to accelerate some process in your life, or perhaps is something that you need to go through to break something, to break through something. So, but the ambience there is hope, and that ambience, that flavor, you can be carry on that flavor without even knowing, or without recognizing that at one point you don't need that anymore, that hope. And then naturally the practices and stabilize your inner world. Naturally your mind start to decrease. Naturally your health and your vitality start to increase. Naturally the life flow naturally start to manifest outside and inside of you. Then what I want to talk today is about that other space or that ambience that we create when that sense of wellness arrives. You have certain okayness. It arrives certain evenness in your life, and that could be quite danger in the prosperity of your inner realization. And I will tell you why that is the fact. Because certain complacence comes, and certain arrogance comes, and certain pride comes with it. And it's subtle, you cannot really distinguish it. However, it's making a great impact in your way of perception. You create a plateau within yourself. And it creates also a refuge where you feel okay, you feel reassured, you feel content, you feel happy, you feel neutral. But really, who really is feeling that is your personality. It's a part of a persona that wants and needs that okayness. You say, oh, I have worked so hard to get here. This is it. I just can't understand how life functions and have the tools and the inner enrichment for me to feel certain contentment. Certain ashtanga is called contentment. But it's not really contentment. And that's what we need to differentiate. There is the contentment of the being in full detachment, and it's the contentment of the process of a state. And they're quite different in flavor. One oscillates and the other one doesn't. The other one, the state of Ashtanga, pure contentment, is actual, so naturally you don't even think about it. It's not an ambience anymore, it's not a state, it's just a quality of the being. It's untouched by any of the outside or inner processes or transformations. So it is my advice today to look more into that sense of okayness and reflect if that is an ambience that you have created as a refuge to stay there as a state. Now, how do you know that this is a state? It's because it oscillates. You can be very happy about it, very content, very enthusiastic, very uplifted, and then it oscillates into something that it not necessarily have to be unpleasant. It can be oscillating into certain stillness or quietness. It can oscillate into something that it gives you a flavor of peace. But if it changes, if it's something that you are attached to it, something that you look forward, or that you can adapt or adopt, then it's just a state. It's not really a pure essence of Ashtanga, the pure essence of contentment. So that sense of okayness have to be reviewed. And really is pervasive into everything we do. You know, when I first came to North America and say, how are you? I say, I'm okay. And have reflect what that means. And it's a state, it's a limbo. You're not either here nor there. It's still a state that, okay, I can accept my life the way it is. But that okayness is not really stimulating your state of being. There's more a stagnation, a pleasant stagnation. So it's important just to reflect on your okayness. When you have achieved certain work, just reflect on it. It's not to be participating, but that time you know certain tools, so you are able to simply apply that and step back and connect again to the being, to the subtleness, even beyond subtleness, because the being is more subtle than the subtle. That way you can have a much more close relationship to what you truly are.